Good morning. So I'm doing this video as an added content for the set induction slides video. Please ensure you watch the set induction video from the beginning to the end. There I explained why we set induction and the different types of set inductions that we have, how to achieve a good set induction. So in this slide, I'm looking at the mastering set induction, a key to engaging your lesson from the start. I'm Dr. Aderoju MA from the Department of Tech University of Illinois. Let's dig in. Now, you should understand that set induction is the crucial first 5 to 10 minutes of your lesson and is very critical to capture the attention of your learners to prepare your students mentally for learning. And it's also known as the anticipatory set. I told you the other time. That's where you set the tone for your lesson. It establishes the mood, the focus, the direction for your entire class. And this is where you set the foundation for engagement. It's where you lay the foundation for how you want to engage your student, because without a proper set induction, your students will struggle to engage or connect with your material. They will struggle to connect with the new content that you're teaching them, or understand the relevance of what you're teaching them to what they have been learning before, or to the instruction objectives that you set for the class. Now, why do you think set induction matters? I told you to captivate learners' attention, because you can immediately gain and sustain students' focus through your set induction. You prevent distractions from the beginning of your class. Then you boost the motivation of your students. You ignite curiosity and interest. You encourage active participation, and your students' desire to learn. You foster connection. You seamlessly link students' prior knowledge and the experiences in the new concepts, and you make learning more relevant and memorable like that. And lastly, you clarify the structure of your class with set induction, where you provide a roadmap for your lesson. You help your students to understand what to expect and how new information fits into the bigger picture of what you are trying to teach them. Okay, so what are some of the core components of an effective set induction? Number one, you gain the attention of your learners. By the time you use different voice modulations, I told you one of the ways by which you can achieve a good set induction. You do something or you do nothing. When you are doing nothing, or you speak in a low tone, if you remember in the first video that you watched, you speak in a low tone. So when you modulate your video, you speak high, you speak low, where you need to shout, you shout, where you need to talk gently, you talk gently. Maintain direct eye contact with students and present surprising facts to draw students in immediately. You are gaining their attention. How do you stimulate students' motivation? By asking them thought-provoking questions. You remember the second type of set induction, where the first one is you gain interest. Second one, their interest, the student interest. Okay, you gain attention. Then what is that interesting thing that the students want to hear or want to see? So when you post thought-provoking questions, how will you spend 10 million naira if I give you 10 million naira now? If you are given a ticket to go to Dubai, would you accept it or not? Those are thought-provoking questions. Then when you share intriguing stories, when you introduce them to challenge, something that can spark interest in students, you are motivating stimulation. Then you provide cognitive link. That is when you connect content to students' personal experiences. When you provide current events and you explain previously learned concepts to students, that's when you are providing a cognitive link between what they are learning now and what they have learned in the past. When you build a bridge to a new knowledge with the current content that you are teaching, you are providing cognitive link. And lastly, when you provide structure to your class, when you clearly outline the lesson objectives. By the end of the lesson, this is what you're going to achieve. You use mind map, and you provide an agenda that will help your students to visualize what they are learning, to visualize the journey that they have ahead. You give them the instructional objectives, so they are looking forward to what they can learn. You are providing set inductions in your classroom. Now, these are the proven techniques on how you can engage your students. Number one, ask them intriguing questions. I talked about that, different types of set induction. So initiate the lesson with captivating questions, or put a scenario out and ask them to debate on that scenario. Give them real world objects. You want to teach something, bring the item to class, let them see it. Bring specimens, bring models, bring images if you cannot bring the real items to class. Tell them stories and humors. Provide anecdotes. When you see that your class is dull, you keep them stories. That's why you're a teacher. You should have experience more than your students. So you tell them stories that are related to your classroom. Then provide case studies, current events, link what they are learning now with what is happening around them. You want to talk about trade, you want to talk about money, link it with what is happening to money in the society, link it to what is happening that they can pass through daily. Real world experience. That is, those are proven techniques on how you can engage your students. Ask them training questions, give them real world objects, give them stories and humor, and provide case studies and current events that they can learn from. Examples of set induction. You are teaching science, for instance. I start with a surprising experiment. I could remember when I was in secondary school, and we want to study the reaction of metals with water. Okay, so when you have sodium is metal, Na is before calcium. So our teacher then brought just a small piece of sodium, and we had a bowl of water in the chemistry lab, and he took the sodium element and threw it inside water, and immediately the sodium cut the that little piece of sodium caught fire inside the water. It was dancing around in the water, and then the thing exploded. Wow! And all the water splashed around the laboratory. It was an experience for everyone there. I could still remember. Now I'm talking about maybe 27 years ago, 28 years ago now, and I could still remember how the sodium exploded inside water. So if you ask me what are the characteristics of metal elements, I can tell you when they react with water, they react violently with water because I saw it firsthand. So that's an example of a good set induction. If you are teaching history, you can give them a compelling historical narrative, how Gumola destroyed the whole of a clan, or give them stories of how Afonja did this, how Alimi did this. Show them artifacts. Okay, when you are coming to Ilorin, when you get to roundabout, there's one man on a horse that, oh, that is Alimi. So they pass through it, they see it. Those are things they can see. Literature, you are teaching literature, play a clip for them. You are teaching the oral English, play clips that show sounds that they can read sounds, all these sounds that they could hear. Play it for them. That's a way to enter the class. If it's mathematics, give them puzzle, give them assignments. Let us solve the assignments like classwork. Those are ways by which you can achieve a good set induction. What are some of the pitfalls that you should avoid? Number one, do not start your lesson abruptly. Okay, do not start your lesson abruptly. Your students might just be coming from home, they are not ready for your class, they just finished one class. Before they enter your class, their mind is not settled for your class. Something so you need to first of all bring the mind of your students to class. Okay, let them have a warm-up. Then number two, provide avoid information overload. Do not bombard your students with too much information at once. That's why you have your scheme of work. That's why you have your lesson plans. So it's not important that you finish all your class in one go. Uh, you can break your lessons into chunks. Then avoid giving irrelevant examples. Avoid giving examples that could incite anger in students. Okay, avoid examples that could be linked towards religion, towards ethnicity, in fact, towards gender sometimes, towards tribe sometimes. Okay, so someone might take it as an offense if you start abusing their tribe or start abusing their religion in the name of you wanting to make jokes or something in class. Avoid all those irrelevant examples. Then lack of connection, fine, that's a pitfall that you should avoid when you fail to explicitly link what your students are learning now with what they have learned before. When you fail to link your set induction with the objective of the lesson, So you don't just bring an activity into class that has no correlation with what they are going to learn in the class. It is a lack of connection. You should avoid it at all costs. Okay, so these are some tips that you need to perfect your set induction skill. Number one, you keep it concise. 3 minutes, 5 minutes, be done, and you move to the introduction of the class. You have to be creative and authentic. When you're doing it, let it not be like something that you stole from somewhere. Even if you steal it from somewhere, apply your own uh, how will I call it, creativity to it, so that it will be like you adapted it. You want to sing a song, let the song reflect that it is you copied it from somewhere, but you have added your own touch to it. You have added your own style to it. Then observe your students. When your students are seated upright, they are listening to you. When their back is already at a 45 degrees to the chair, you know they are no longer listening, they are resting. So observe your class. You know when a student is seated in the class but is not with you in the class, the mind is already playing football on the field, or the mind is at a bata market. So you should know, you observe your class and then you adapt your teaching to what you are observing in the class. Then lastly, you vary your approach in class. After this video, I'm going to make a video on stimulus variation. Okay, so stimulus variation is going to teach you on the various dynamics of teaching, the various approaches you can use in teaching, why you need to vary your approach in teaching. Please go through the videos one after the other. Now, what are some of the impacts of set induction? Number one, higher retention. Students that are exposed to set induction, they retain the content that you are teaching very well. Increased participation. Your students are motivated to participate in your class because a good set induction fosters a proactive learning environment, and this will lead to a greater student involvement. Then there's improved readiness. When students are ready to learn, they learn. So as a teacher, you have to use your set induction. Then your students are motivated. And lastly, your set induction provides a positive atmosphere for your learning. Okay, when you use positive tone for your entire class, it improves your overall class dynamics. So as teachers, ensure you use good set induction for your class. And this is the last slide for now. You should do this in order to transform your teaching. Number one, embrace this set induction to revolutionize your classroom engagement and to foster a more dynamic learning environment. Number one, reflect and evaluate. Critically assess your current lesson openings. How are you opening your lessons? Are they purposeful? Are they effective? Are they engaging your students? If you just enter class and you go straight to what you're about to teach, you are not engaging your students, then you are not opening your lesson well. Okay. Now, when you after reflecting, then you experiment with 3 to 5 minutes of good set induction. Okay, dare to try different set induction techniques in opening your classes. See the one that best resonates with your students. Okay, out of all the set inductions that we discussed in the previous videos. So check, use different set inductions. Let's see which one will best resonate with your students. Then when you have done this, share your experiences with your colleagues. Share with your colleagues. Let your colleagues know that a good set induction provides tone for the class, and it encourages overall class dynamics. And lastly, ignite learning. Always remember, a powerful and thoughtful beginning to any lesson is the catalyst for a truthful, impactful, and memorable learning journey. Till the next video where I'll be discussing stimulus variation. Peace out.